Alright, so we're out here night 2 working on the Atlas Comet, and I just wanted to show you something here. Let me turn my headlight on. Um, I'm using the automatic comet tracking in PhD2. I got the rate of motion off of this comet, and did some calculations to figure out arc seconds per hour. So PhD2, not very great guiding tonight, but it's not bad. PhD2 is automatically moving the mount to follow the comet. So it's not completely stationary, but it's getting close. You can see the star field moving behind the comet as I cycle through these images, and the comet's staying pretty steady. I got the auto stretch turned on, so that's pretty neat. Last night the clouds moved in. I only got about an hour and a half on the comet, but tonight I should be able to get like at least 6 hours as long as the clouds stay away. I'm excited to see what we can do with this thing. Learning how to process a comet image, that's going to be another story. Alright, we're at the computer. I gathered a decent data set on Atlas Y4 C219 or C2019 Y4 Atlas. Gathered a pretty decent data set on it, and I tried to play around in it in Deep Sky Stacker with it, and it didn't go well because I was tracking the comet. So the stars were kind of trailing, and Deep Sky Stacker could not be bothered with those trailing stars. I couldn't register anything, so it wouldn't work. So I'm gonna stack it. I'm gonna process this comet image in Photoshop. So I'll walk you through how I do that. I've got like 70 images of it, and I put those all together into a little video here of just the images. So yeah, there's the comet moving across the night sky. Pretty cool. I tracked it for 8 hours. It was a pretty good session. But yeah, that is it moving across the sky for 8 hours. It came out pretty well. But I'm gonna try to make a still frame image of that, and I can't stack it in Deep Sky Stacker, so we're gonna do it in Photoshop. And I am not a professional. Maybe you know a better way to do this, but this is how I do it. I've already got these, stretched a little bit to help bring out some detail quickly, because I'm gonna go up to a dark site tonight, and I'm hoping to get much better data on it. So I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on this. Alright, so I've got all the images loaded into Photoshop, and the reason I wanted to load them into Photoshop rather as opposed to loading them straight into the stack is because if you load them right into a stack, it won't apply the XML data, and it won't stretch them. So if you load them into Photoshop first, you can open them in Camera Raw and do that little bit of editing for them to stretch them and make things a little quicker. Ideally you could go, if you've got time, just go and stretch them all and then save them as a JPEG and load them into a stack or something. But this is the way I do it. So we'll go load files into stack, add open files. Now I've never tried to automatically align or create a smart object after loading layers. Let's try that, because I'm going to do those anyways, so let's see what happens. Okay, before it turned it into a smart object, I could see that the ones with the comet trails in it kind of gave it fits. So I'm gonna convert it. Well, you know what? Just for the just for the hell of it, let's see. Let's go to do a median stack on the smart object and see what it looks like. Some of them were off. It looked like anyway. You know, it looks pretty smooth. I don't know if they were off. Maybe it did align it on the stars correctly. We'll see. Okay, it looks like it did a pretty good job. I don't see any doubled stars or anything. So this stack and this median blend is what we're going to use to make our star field. Let's go ahead and save this. As the stack. So we'll save that and then we'll go back and just realign those in a different file as the comet image. We will save. Okay, hurry up, please. Okay. Now, if you hear any large bangs, it's my kids slamming around upstairs. Now this will be the star field. Okay, now what we'll go ahead and just rasterize this. Duplicate layer. Change this to darken because our stars are a little bit oblong. So we're going to darken and then wait until we get that's pretty close. They're oblong because I was tracking the comet and not the stars. That looks good. That looks good, except this one was round. So I'm just going to go ahead and erase the darkening mask off the top of the star so it makes it round again. But all the smaller stars look much better now. Alright, that looks good. Let's flatten again. Yeah, I do not use a non-destructive workflow. I just go for it. Now I've got this filter from Pro Digital Software called AstroFlat Pro. It'll hopefully get rid of that green glow from the comet. If we drop down the smoothness, dark noise reduction, you know what, I could spot heal that out without too much trouble. I don't want to completely destroy any background stuff. That looks pretty good. So now let's just see if we can get rid of this junk. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so there's our star field. Came out alright. Let us go. You know what? First, let's close all this other malarkey. It's just hogging up data or hogging up memory. No, don't save changes. Don't save changes. So now what we're going to do is get our comet. And this, we have to stack this manually. There might be an easier way to do it. It's not terrible to do it manually. Convert to layers. Okay, so now we're going to go and align on the comet. And to do this, we will use I'm going to go ahead and align on the very bottom layer. And to do this, I use difference. Because it will show you when this turns completely black, you know that comet is right on top of the other comet. You know, when you get it as black as you can get it. And then that's lined up. So we'll go back to normal. Difference. This is a really accurate way to line them up. There might be an automatic way to do it, to just align on the comets. If there is, I don't know it. I'm not a Photoshop expert. I just get it to do what I need it to do. And so you go ahead and line all the comets up. And then we'll do another median stack. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, but I I always turned all the layers off except the bottom one, and that's to minimize compounding error. Because if you just work your way up, stacking on the one that like the last one you stacked on, you could theoretically work yourself off into a corner or just out of the way, you know. Okay, so now these are all aligned on the comet. We will convert to a smart object again, and then go with another median stack. Whoops. I need to select all of the layers. Because with just one, it's not a very smart object. It's a dumb object. Okay, so there's our smart object. We'll go with a median stack again. Alright, there's our comet. That is a lovely comet. And if you're wondering, my computer is like 12 years old. But no, that looks nice. I like that. Now, let's just give it a little bit of brightness and contrast, so that no, let's just go ahead and rasterize it. Now let's run astroflat on this to isolate the comet. It's pretty good, except those star trails are kind of annoying. See, the star trail in the comma here is going to be Kind of annoying. We'll see if we can just get rid of that easily. So now we'll just take that and drag it onto our star field. Now what I'm going to do is reduce my opacity so I can I can see the trail of that bright star up there, or you can, you know, pick whatever you want. And so I'm just going to put it in the middle. You know, put the star field in the middle of where that comet was supposed to be. Maybe up a fuzz more. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now what we will do, now I don't know if I should go ahead and try to get rid of this crap. We're gonna do a blend mode, lighter color. And that's gonna get us close, but we need to really remove some of this junk here. See if I can just carefully erase it. That looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and erase all these artifacts from the edges here. Okay, now the tutorial went on for a little while after that, but you know, that's just, the rest is just fiddling around with settings and things like that. It's nothing you need to see if you're familiar with, you know, basic astrophotography. But yeah, just adjusting things, you know, a little bit more noise reduction, adjusting a few sliders here and there. But that's more or less how you take a star field, comet, put them together. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Here's the final image. I hope you enjoyed, and clear skies.